I wish I had time to help Errol. These are dark times, and the stargazers are a shadow of who we once were. Me? Oh, I'm just picking up supplies for the observatory. Not a task for someone who has seen and done all that you have. A researcher. Very bright, but often too absorbed in his work, if you ask me.
Hail and all that.
Excuse me. Horus says you've joined our number. That's very exciting, because I believe I've discovered something that could help us understand who. Certain Nedic writings suggest this isn't the first time the Celestials have appeared in Craglorn. They're legends mostly, but there's truth in them. They describe apex stones that connect the Celestials to Tamriel in some fashion. I believe I know the location of the warrior's apex stone. It's written, "In Kardala, the warrior waits." But the way is sealed. We need a Nedic High Priest's amulet to enter. Unfortunately, the needs disappeared centuries ago. Go to the ruin of Shada's Tyr, the site of an ancient Nedic temple. I'm confident we can find the amulet we need there. But be wary. Wards protect the place, and I've heard that vicious goblin...
Listen closely. I can't appear for long, or the enemy will see. Errol means well, but he can't accomplish the task ahead. You must do this. The relic you hold is called the Skystone Amulet. It will grant you access to the warrior's apex stone, but it is capable of so much more. Go to the Mundus stones of the Lord, the Lady, and the Steed. These are the warrior's charges, whom he has sworn to protect. The Skystone Amulet was designed to capture the ethereal energy of the Mundus stones. You will need that energy for the task ahead. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I've already stayed too long. You have the ethereal power of another of the warrior's charges. Good. The Serpent's followers, the Scaled Court, range all across Craglorn. They found the warrior's apex stone. They weakened the stone with foul magics. I believe that the ethereal power of the Lord, the Lady, and the Steed can restore the warrior's apex stone. At last, the amulet contains the ethereal energy of all three of the warrior's charges. Now, hurry. The power of the Lord, the Lady, and the steed can strengthen the warrior's apex stone and weaken the serpent's hold. Go to the ruins of Kardala, at the center point from where these stones rest. The apex stone lies within. Of Kardala. Tread carefully. The ancient wards protect. The apex stone waits beyond this door. The warrior's charges will guide your way. At last, the warrior's apex stone stands before us. I sense the serpent's power in this place. I must flee before I am ensnared in play. The sky stone amulet is charged.
My vigor returns. My vigor wanes.
The ladies on the steed. Use it to cleanse the apex stone of the serpent's corruption.
Great warrior, I am your strength. Forsake this madness and return to health.
Great warrior, I am your mercy. Forsake this madness and remember peace.
Great warrior, I am your swiftness. Forsake this madness and ride against our enemy.
You have purged my venom from the apex stone. Clever. Too clever for a mortal. She helped you, didn't she? I can smell her fear upon you. No matter. I will find her and consume her in time, just as I have her fellow guardians. Do not think you have succeeded here. The damage remains. The warrior has fallen from the sky and is trapped in mortal form. He is mine.
They have to be worth something.
The Celestial Maid. You were at the observatory earlier, weren't you? I thought I saw you talking to Hara. Are you going to visit the tavern? If so, watch out for 2 lunatic high elves. I don't know if they're dangerous, but you can never tell. The 2 high elves inside the tavern claim, quite loudly in fact, that they are aspects of the mage. The very celestial that fell from our starry skies. I took my drink and came out here. My companion, not so lucky. They're asking the stargazers to help them put the pieces back together or some such nonsense. Even offered to let me touch some strange relic to see the truth. But let me tell you, nothing good has ever come from touching strange relics. When the High Elves approach you, remember that I warned you. Those women have a strange way of spotting anything related to the Stargazers. And guess what? If you're working with Hara, you're related to us now. They've been making a nuisance of themselves in Belkarth for the last few days. Claim they need to speak to Hara of the Stargazers immediately. Of course Hara hasn't been available, so they came here to wait. No, and that's why we're here. Hara wanted us to make sure they had legitimate business with the Stargazers before she sees them. But all I found out is that they're legitimately crazy. Still, I kind of want to believe them, you know? Well, for one thing, all of the pictures of the constellations portray the mage as a bearded old man. For another, shouldn't the Celestials look more, I don't know, intimidating? Ale?
Ale, but the brewer serves drinks in the other room.
Ah, you're here at last. Do not be confused. We foresaw your arrival. The one who has walked across the plains and faced down gods. Or do we speak of things still to come? Time is much more fluid among the stars. We are the one you call the Celestial Mage, or at least two aspects of a larger whole. The Serpent shattered us, weakened us. He plans to control us piece by piece, aspect by aspect. Hold still but a moment and we will show you. Witness the treachery of the Serpent. You won't win, Malazar. I am too strong for you.
You underestimate me, Vala. I have more tricks at my disposal than you could ever imagine. I have drawn you out of your apex stone and made you vulnerable. I know the power you wield. I am not fool enough to try to swallow you whole, but a piece at a time.
I will not let you do this. I will stop you.
Protest as you will, but I have already won.
Now you know what the Serpent has done to us. How he split us into pieces. He intends to locate our weakened aspects and forge them into a being he can control, one poisoned by his corruption. You must find our aspects before the Serpent does. Take this relic, the Seeker's Sight. It is a compass of sorts, one that is connected to all aspects of the mage. But like the mage, the relic is broken. When you repair it, it will recognize our other aspects and lead you to them. When we fell from the sky, the 3 gems that power the Seeker's Sight were lost. You will need to retrieve these gems to make use of the relic. Thank you. With the Seeker's Sight restored, we can locate our other aspects before the Serpent takes control of them. When you finish mending the Seeker's Sight, meet us at the winery outside of Belkarth. We will wait for you there.
Now how did I know it was you who was helping the aspects? They convinced me that they are what they say they are. The time has come to restore what was shattered and lost. I will do what I can. We can't allow the Serpent to control both the mage and the warrior. We need the Guardians, all three of them, if we have any hope of defeating the Serpent. This Seeker's sight they gave you, is it fully restored? Then place it within the star map and let's see what it can show us. A strange relic, this Seeker's sight. It's a compass of sorts, you say?
Well, place it within the star map and let's see what happens. It's working. See how our other aspects appear? Thanks to this relic, we can locate the remaining aspects before the scaled one.
What is that strange one over there? It's different from the others.
That's the lost one. The part of us corrupted and controlled by the scaled one. Let's not concern ourselves with her just yet. The other aspects are our first priority. There. The other aspects, our other selves, have come into view. We must reach them before the Serpent locates them. Only once we're whole will we have the strength to face the Lost One and break the Serpent's will. The Lost One is very powerful. We will need both strength and intelligence to succeed. Right now, the important thing is to find our other aspects and prevent the Lost One from growing any stronger. According to the Seeker's sight, one hides behind what your people refer to as a dwarven contraption. The other has taken refuge in more deadly environs, among ravenous werewolves. I fear for her safety. Your judgment has served us well so far. We trust you with our lives. I believe the Scaled One hasn't located either of these aspects as of yet. But do not delay. Find them and tell them of us before the situation changes. Fascinating creatures. Such uncomplicated lives. Kill or be killed. Consume or be consumed. I am aware. The Lost One whom he has corrupted grows stronger. I hear her calling to me. This is why the Serpent divided us. What he could not control whole, he now corrupts piece by piece. Belkarth? So I have chosen to hide near Belkarth, in a place made for another. Do you have any news of the Lost One? I know that she is moving against us, but I do not perceive her actions directly. Unfortunate. We will have to find her then. I will make my way back to my other selves. Now that I know my location, it will be easy enough to find me. Watch yourself as you exit this cave. You resemble food to the residents of this place. You. I remember you, though we have not met. I am glad you arrived before the Scaled One. I believe this place is no longer safe. We are one and many, both. We share many things, but we cannot talk to each other, except when in each other's presence. I know I have spoken to you, but I do not know the details of those conversations. Belkarth. There is a powerful presence there, protecting it. It makes sense to hide near there, away from the Scaled One's grip. At least for now. I will find my way to them. Do not worry about me. I can reach the other aspects on my own. If you have other tasks, I suggest you hurry. The Lost One continues to grow in power. You made it. Good. We could not proceed without you. The aspects have been gathered. Thank you for returning our aspects to us. We have discussed among ourselves and concluded that the Lost One is too powerful for us to defeat. The best we can hope for is to weaken her. We were caught off guard and weakened when the Serpent divided us. He has been gathering our aspects, bringing them under his control one by one. This Lost One is more powerful even than the four of us combined. We must join with her. We may not be strong enough to defeat the Lost One in a fight, but together we can resist the Serpent's corruption. The Lost One will no longer be whole, but divided within herself. This will make her vulnerable. It will not be easy. The Lost One is powerful. You will need to engage her in battle and distract her. Unfortunately, she has anticipated this course and fled to a place of strength, our Apex Stone. The Apex Stones are what allow the Celestials to manifest in this plane. By corrupting our Apex Stone, the Serpent sought to submit our consciousness to his will and corrupt us. This is what happened to the Lost One. If you did, our full power would be released. Mundus could not withstand such force. Our Apex Stone rests in a hidden place beneath the city of Elenhir. Use the Seeker's Sight to locate it and the Lost One. We will join you when the time is right. The Lost One waits for us. She knows we are coming. I sense her presence below. She waits in the shadow of our Apex Stone. Defeat the Lost One and we will do the rest. Do not hold back. If you hesitate or falter, the Lost One will destroy you.
is the source of my strength. You cannot defeat me.
Lost one. Surrender yourself. Shake off the Serpent's control. You have lost. Join with us of your own free will, and we shall be whole again.
Have you seen the High Elves that were here by any chance? I was supposed to keep an eye on them. I only turned away for a moment and now they're gone. Oh, Horror's going to be very angry with me. Wait, they were telling the truth? I guess it makes sense. They did all look and talk the same. I must inform the Stargazers of this development. The tides may finally be turning in our favor.
Cohort, I need a word. In truth, probably several hundred. You have my assurance each will be selected for maximum expository and rhetorical effect. My research has progressed as far as I'm able. It is time we concluded the Fate Weaver experiment. Absolutely. But the adversary is inextricably bound to my fate line. Thankfully, my studies have uncovered a way forward. We must procure a mystic text called the Unraveling Palimpsest. It currently resides within a tome trove called Choir's Wine. The contents of the palimpsest are unique to every reader. By reading the text, I can discover the anchors that bind the adversary to me. The first step in destroying him. What do you say? Ready to end this experiment? Choir's Wine is deep within Apocrypha, the far eastern side of the region. We'll need to be wary, as with so many cases in Mora's realm, the books are just as dangerous as its denizens. Our last adventure helped to focus my efforts. I believe the adversary is anchored to my fate line by defining moments in my life. That's what led me to the Unraveling Palimpsest. Bit of a cheat, but it wouldn't be the first time. I promised you a convivial attitude when we first began working together, and I hope I've delivered on that promise. But our time together has, well, clarified a few things for me. I've been searching for power and knowledge since I was old enough to draw runes in the sand outside Cozin's set. I've realized in some ways I never looked up from those sands. Together, Cohort, you and I, we can set this thing right. The tome is a supernatural phenomenon created in reaction to the vast oceans of knowledge in Mora's realm. The reader can learn any secret, any truth, as long as it pertains to their life. It unravels the secrets of the reader's fate line. Inordinately. But once we make use of the tome, well, we cannot do so again. I've been keeping it in my proverbial back pocket. A lever to shift a problem I cannot solve any other way. I feel the adversary rises to that level.
This is a disaster. Disaster! We're losing centuries of work. Beware, stranger. Madness stalks Choir's Wine. Most of my fellow ciphers are lost. The Hush has taken them, and the Daedra of the Wine have turned on those few of us who kept our minds. They killed mortals who have worked here for decades. Choir's Wine is a scriptorium. Here, the Great Eyes Daedra binds secrets into tomes. Ciphers like me help with this sacred task, preparing materials, ink, blank pages, bindings. But the new scrolls Cipher Cybiades brought to the Wine are corrupt. The scrolls give off a maddening aura. Cybiades left several hidden in the Wine. We need to destroy them and make sure Cybiades has no more. The Hush will take me if I go back, but an outsider like you should be able to resist. Can you help me? You'll find the corrupted scrolls hidden within Choir's Wine. Cybiades is in there too. We can't leave him with any scrolls, blank or corrupt. And watch out for Cypher Gellin. He's a clever alchemist, but I saw the Hush take him. He's dangerous. Many mortals find their way to Apocrypha. but few find their way home again. The secrets and insights of the Great Eye's realm fill the mind, crowding out that which makes us, us. We call it the Hush, and those it takes, the Hushed. Yes, the secrets they take into their minds change them. Their bodies mold themselves to follow. They become warped. Most Hushed go about in silence, lost in their own delusions, but others can lash out in unprovoked violence at any time. We assist Hermaeus Mora's Daedric servants in the creation of books holding secrets. The Seekers compose the texts. Mortals help prepare the materials. Sometimes, after decades, a mortal is allowed to work as a copyist in the scriptorium itself. I don't know, but I don't think this is his plan. A cipher would never betray the Great Eye, and Cybiades has never shown any hints of madness or dangerous ambitions. Either he made a terrible mistake, or someone else put him up to it. Many of the books you see in Apocrypha are echoes of books that exist elsewhere. But scriptoriums, such as Choir's Wind, are where the Great Eye's Daedric servants, Seekers usually, write down forbidden things. Black books, for example. Yes, each one contains a secret Hermaeus Mora has chosen to tempt or test mortals, as well as a doorway to Apocrypha. Those who study a Black Book learn something few others know, and they gain access to the Great Eye's domain. Written? No, that work is reserved for the Seekers. Mortal scribes in the wine simply prepare materials. Rare ink, special parchment and leather, alchemical glue. I've spent years brewing the ink for a single page of a book I will never read.
There, on the ledge. Exceptional. I'll take a quick perusal here, one of my favorite pastimes, really. Reading an ancient tome to find an inscrutable answer while someone stares at me expectantly. Just skimming past some nonsense about my inner self. Serenity, inner peace. Here. My research was correct. It seems the adversary is anchored to my fate line by specific moments, particular choices. We can use those anchors against him. It will require an uncomfortable delve into my past. Prepare yourself. We'll have to acquire a trio of artifacts that represent hinge points in my life. The first is a bloodstone to represent my time with dear old Spellwright Nilvan in Balmora. An ethereal rubric. I made one studying with the Stargazers. Nonsense I left behind near Belkarth. We'll also need Nathreen's commentaries. A rebuttal of a treatise I wrote during my time at Shadastula. Not looking forward to that. Thank you for the infiniteth time, cohort. Your support is what makes this journey of mine possible. We'll need the bloodstone, rubric, and paper if we're going to confront the adversary. Just let me know if you have any questions. Of course, they're all, well, personal representations of my past. Totems, effigies of past failures, you might call them. What would you like to know? It's technically a calx of Alessian solvents, but no one calls it that. The Balmoran alchemist I studied with, Nilvan, is one of a handful in the world who know how to make them. It's the perfect representation of my studies and failures with him. He has an alchemical studitorium, of course, but as I recall, he enjoyed studying with the background drone of conversation and libation. We should check the inn at Balmora, a quaint little place with the ever-so-droll name of the Randy Netch. It's an instrument, The Stargazers believe it can allow them to interact directly with the Celestials. God's wallop, of course. But the underlying magical principles in their work have been instrumental in my own research. The observatory just above Belkarth was where I spent most of my time. The Stargazers are an odd group, and I'm not sure who among their order will still be around after all these years. We'll just have to hope someone remembers me. Eladrina Nethrine, one of my tutors at Shadastula. During my time there, I wrote a treatise called The Fate Dialectical. She took umbrage with my assertions and wrote an extensive rebuttal. I thought it was drivel. Now, it's key to our plan. Nethrine will be in the Shadastula main building, likely the Archmage's offices. She was already a prominent scholar and no doubt has continued to rise since my departure. I'm just hopeful she's mellowed in the intervening years.
You've returned. I was worried the lurkers got you. I was beginning to fear the worst. Tell me, did you destroy the corrupted scrolls? And did you find Cypher Cybiades? I can't believe any Cypher would willingly take part in a plot to wreck the work of Choir's Wind. I must examine this and see if there's a way to undo the effects. The Hushed are lost forever, but now that the corrupted scrolls are gone, maybe they'll forget their belligerence. The Daedra, too. Thank you. Please accept this reward. I think I might wait a while before going inside. I don't know how long it will take the Daedra and Hushed of Choir's Wind to recover from the madness caused by those corrupted scrolls, or at least calm down. The first servant? I thought he was a myth. One of those stories of Apocrypha ciphers sometimes tell each other. But if he's real, his ambitions might lead him to seek out a disaffected cipher in Choir's Wind, such as Cybiades. A mortal who lived in the days when dragons were worshipped as gods, or so it said. Hermaeus Mora opened Apocrypha to the first servant, and he's been here ever since, spinning plots and gathering power. Cybiades must have fallen into his web. Nothing. By tampering with Choir's Wind, the first servant set himself against the Great Eye. If Hermaeus Mora still has a purpose for the first servant, he'll spare him. If not, he'll destroy him. It's out of our hands. Assuming things return to normal in Choir's Wind, I'll resume my work assembling the materials needed by the Great Eye's Daedric scribes. And one day, perhaps, I'll be chosen for the ultimate honor. To work as a copyist or embellisher in the scriptorium. Only a handful of mortals are ever chosen to put quill to parchment in the Great Eye's forbidden tomes. Perhaps I might even earn a glimpse of a black book. Dangerous? In the wrong hands, perhaps. But each black book is a secret Hermaeus Mora has chosen to give to mortals. a tool that can be used for great change. The Lord of Knowledge has a purpose for everyone he directs his seekers to create.
Azandar al-Cybiades. Last time I saw you were a construct at the highest rank.
Ha! I'd forgotten that. It was the only way to get through to that simpleton. Well, coincidentally, if you believe in such things, I have need of that rubric. Any chance it's still around? Well, one would think the Stargazers would have taken better care of this.
I can't believe they want us to go outside the house.
Still keep slaves?
Ends those lazy raiders accomplish anything.
Vivek, I had a premonition last night that Azandar would darken my door. Or possibly I had terrible gas. Unpleasant either way. Azandar al-Cybiades, back in my life. No doubt you're the new assistant, tottering along after him like he's got all the answers. What's made you desperate enough to come talk to me? Of course you are. It's always about what he needs, or rather, what he wants. What that man needs is a different thing entirely. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm not being fair to you. My professional relationship with Azandar was brief, but intense. Much the same as you, unless I'm mistaken. He's brilliant. And that brilliance draws people in, like a moth to a flame, just as blinding. But I digress. You said you needed a bloodstone? I do. Azandar and I made it together years ago. It's hidden away in a cache of supplies. I'd even be willing to summon it here for you, if the price is right. Those things are expensive to make, you know. Easy enough. Just a fair warning, friend. If Azandar offers to pay you back, he probably won't. The man has a hole in his coin purse as deep as Apocrypha. I'll summon the stone. Take it, and good luck to you.
I see you're still holding on to these mephitic notions of victimhood, Nilvan.
And you're still a pompous ass that uses 10 coin words when one will do. I'll summon this, and then you two get gone.
For whatever it's worth, Nilvan, I'm sorry that things ended so badly between us. This stone is in excellent shape. Thank you.
Free take you, you pretentious fetcher. Onwards, and get out of here.
I don't like to talk. I like to drink.
Let me tell you about the Academy grounds. Pay attention. There will be a test.
Well, well, well. Look what the Sench dragged in. Azandar al-Cybiades back at Shat Astula? al-Cybiades! I never thought I'd see the day. Pray tell me, attractive stranger, what in Aetherius could he possibly want? Oh, really? If I recall clearly, and I do, he read the first 2 paragraphs when I presented it to him, then insulted me using several words I'd never heard before, and threw the document in the fire. You don't think I'd give my only copy of a written piece into his hands, do you? I have another. However, my assistance comes with a price. I always liked Azandar, despite himself, but he insulted me that day, truly. I want a sincere apology. As sincere as Azandar can make it, I suppose. I can see over your shoulder he looks quite guilty. And he certainly seems more mature. But to dismiss and denigrate the efforts of his peers was wrong.
This is everything I feared. Sweet Mora's eyes, this is embarrassing. You have to understand, cohort. At the time, I thought it was merely a scholarly disagreement. I'd spent months on my dialectics, and I felt I was being dismissed as unimportant, unoriginal. I mean, yes, you're quite right. I just remember how angry I was. But in truth, her arguments were well thought out, insightful even. Throwing her work into the flames, in front of her no less, was a childish act. Very well. Hello, Eladrina. Some time ago, I behaved rather boorishly to you. So...
That's your best effort? You never found a book on apologizing in the great libraries of Apocrypha?
I'm sorry. I reacted badly to perceived criticism. I insulted you, ignoring the time and effort you put into reading and responding to my work. Tossing your work aside as I did was inexcusable. And I apologize.
Well, mercy, Mother preserve me. Thank you, Azandar. Apology accepted. My copy's on the lower shelf on the far wall. Good luck with whatever you're into.
Let it sit with you. Novel erudition always makes me heady. Exhausting but superlative work, cohort. Now that we have the anchors, we will transform them into a weapon, a means to unmoor the adversary from my fate line. Such magic would normally be a lengthy and unstable process. Do you recall Tem, the Omen of Fate? I'm loath to say it, but that dangerous skill with fate weaving outstrips even my own. If I offer him a contract, I believe he can quickly and efficiently transform our anchors into a rune form of unmaking. A trifle. We shall borrow a summoning circle from the Mages Guild. At your earliest convenience, cohort, we should make for the city of Riften. In the Rift. Ugh, Nords. The flow of magicka through every hall is different. Each resonates with a unique, arcanic potential. It's all in the subtleties, you know. Also, I stole the key to the ritual room at the Riften Hall several years ago, and they still haven't noticed. Let's get to Riften quick as we can. I'm not eager to speak to Tim again. But we must do what we must. Onward and upward! Oh, a fairly standard parlay. Daedra are immortal, you know, so they're always looking to trade favors. That is what I shall do with Tem. A favor owed in exchange for his assistance today. Don't worry, cohort. Perfectly safe.
Use of skooma is forbidden. If you want to unwind, confine your intake to Mazda and Flynn.
Another chance at perfection. Casually, just mages here on new business.
In our spellcraft.
There's a trapdoor to the basement. Let's get down to the ritual circle, the real one, not that light show on the rug. There's a spell hook here. Just have to draw it down and... there we go. Let's head below. We summon Tem, the Omen of Destiny. Come before us! I bind myself in contract with you, Omen. Future payment in trade for your aid today.
Tem is summoned. Your contract is acceptable, Arcanist. Ask your questions.
I hold totems of my past, and no question but one. Will you consume these anchors to create a rune form of unmaking? To end my adversary?
The past acts as an anchor. Strength for this thing that should not be. Are you sure you wish your creation destroyed?
Yes. My cohort will be my path to greater glories, greater knowledge. My experiment must end.
Very well. Ally, step forward. Place the anchors within the ritual flames.
Just as he said. Place the items in the apocryphal fire.
The knowledge of the rune form is yours, Arcanist. We shall see each other again.
This is it. Let's return to my sanctum, scry for the adversary, and end this. Zet's tears. I hope we don't see Tellinger while we're here. That man is insufferable. What's this barrier doing here? Is this Tellinger's doing? That hack!
My counterpart. Forgive me. I'm responsible for the barrier. I simply can't have you two interrupting me. There it is. I couldn't wait to see the look on your face. The realization I have access to all of your theorems, relics, and research. Your tomes were most instructive. The ritual has already begun. Your life is mine. Goodbye. For the last time.
The adversary has locked us out of the sanctum. My sanctum! Quickly, we must find a way back inside before Eldritch forces are loosed in the city. Worse, I might have to explain all of this to Tellinger the Artificer. I can't bear the thought. You've been down there. Half the projects I've got cooking could level this city. Plus, I'd bet a sack full of glyphics that plonker is hoping to do to me what we're trying to do to him. He means to overwrite my fate line with his. We can, but it would take time we don't have. By that point, Skywatch could be a smoldering ruin. Wait, if I were doing this, I'd focus the runic threshold at a single point. We might be able to slip under his shielding at another location. Exceptional inquiry, cohort. The ruins beneath the city extend out into the countryside. There's a side entrance to those ruins in a cave called Intila's Folly. If we can reach that passage, we can enter the sanctum. Should be accessible from one of the rear chambers. Keep an eye out for a door of ancient elven style.
Onward and
Over there, half covered in vines. There's the door.
How tiresome. You've brought your companion. No matter. I am prepared.
I'm starting to think you're the version of me that never learned when to shut up.
Glib to the last. We will tear that out of you, and then I will take my rightful spot in your fate line. My Arcanum is supreme, counterpart!
Your technique is derivative. At best. He's down. Cohort, I'll summon the rune form of Unmaking. Use the Fate Weaver key to banish him.
You'll never be rid of me. Not while my anchor remains.
His anchor? Mora's eyes. The key! The Fate Weaver key is a final anchor. Damn it! We must destroy it!
Curse you, Arcanist! No!
I need some fresh air. And we need to dispose of the key in a fitting manner. Step through the portal, if you would. I'll be right behind you. I need you to throw the key from the cliff's edge into the sea. If we don't, I'll always be tempted to repair it. I will admit to a touch of melancholy, I suppose. Much study and work went into my creation. Still, it was the right thing to do. Destructive doppelganger dealt with? Yes. Threat to the populace of Skywatch contained? Yes. Decade-long research project and irreplaceable relic destroyed? Sadly, yes. I suppose it's been a good day's work. I'm so certain it would make a Cybiades blush. You know it's funny, Cohort. I reached out to you because I firmly believed that I'd failed. In truth, the Fate Weaver experiment was a smashing success. I set out to learn about the paths unwalked, the might-have-beens, and that's exactly what the Fate Weaver key showed us. The adversary was a lesson unto himself. Point taken, reality. Let it never be said, Azandar al-Cybiades does not listen. The key was the final anchor to my fate line. With the rune form applied and the Fate Weaver key destroyed, the adversary has been banished to... well, honestly, I'm not quite sure. But I feel confident wherever he is, it's deeply unpleasant. Categorically, the arcane adventure we set out upon back at Cypher's Midden is complete. That said, if it's all right, Cohort, I'd like to continue to travel at your side. The opportunities for research as your companion are endless. Exceptional! Together, we've repaired my fate line, banished my adversary, and ensured the safety of the Skywatch citizenry. I'm deeply proud to be your traveling companion, Cohort. Take this, along with the thanks of a grateful Arcanist. If you'd asked me how the experiment would end, I never would have guessed. Somewhere far away, I can almost hear old Mora himself laughing at my expense. Pretentious squid-faced librarian. Without a doubt, I've realized that the experiment was just a shortcut to the acquisition of knowledge. Instead, I'll have to acquire erudition the old-fashioned way. Traveling with you, Cohort, that will take no time at all. Oh, a very long time. While the core idea blossomed in the depths of that Dwemer complex, the twisting nature of fate has been on my mind since I was a child. The Fate Weaver Key was my magnum opus, the summation of my time as an Arcanist. No, I don't think so. My fate line has been shaped by our time together. Our imbroglios and carousals are far too entertaining. And as is the nature of fate, I'm a different person than I was before I made the key. That time in my life has passed. I have given that a great deal of thought. The adversary was a dark and twisted mirror. I'm forced to face the truth that, well, there but for the grace of Mora go I. The bitterness in his heart dwells within me as well. You recall the 3 anchors we destroyed to create the Rune of Unmaking? They were representative of moments in my life tied to him. Imagine if Nilvan's bitterness had infected me, or if I'd grown hateful after Shadastula. That's my best guess. The nature of fate is such that it's impossible to tell. But he was me, and I am him. Let my adversary be a lesson to us both, that our choices define us, eh? Here's hoping we both make choices that shape us for the better. Well, more perambulations with you, I expect. I'm taking copious notes, part travel diary, part research treatise. I'm sure one day soon these old bones will be too frail to continue our escapades. Then, ha! The papers I shall write. If you'd asked